If it ever feels like your money just disappears each month, even when you've budgeted carefully, you're not alone. Today, we're going to walk through a realistic UK example of where money actually goes each month, so you can see clearly what's being spent, what's being committed, and why it feels like nothing's left over. No blame, no shame, just clarity. Let's start with context. According to the latest official data from the Office for National Statistics, median weekly earnings for full-time employees in the UK were around £766.60 in April 2025, and median annual earnings were about £39,039 before tax. That's the point at which half of full-time workers earn more and half earn less. So it's a useful, real-world reference figure. Convert that to take-home pay after tax and national insurance, and you're typically looking at somewhere around £2,200, £2,400 a month for many full-time workers. This isn't a target or an expectation. It's just a reference point we can use to see how a monthly budget actually behaves in practice. Step 1. Fixed monthly bills. Most of your money is already committed before you make any discretionary choices. Let's look at some typical monthly commitments. Rent or mortgage, council tax, energy bills, gas and electricity, water, internet and phone, transport costs, fuel, public transport. When you add these up, you can easily see how a large portion of your income is already assigned before it even reaches your weekly budget. This is a big reason why so many people feel like there's nothing left. Step 2. Weekly living costs. After fixed bills, the next largest chunk of your budget is often weekly living costs. Groceries, petrol, small purchases, and everyday essentials. Even though each purchase feels small, they add up quickly. Groceries each week, public transport fares or fuel top-ups, occasional coffees or lunches, household basics. When you spread these weekly costs over a month, they take much more out of your budget than you might realize. And because they don't always feel like bills, they can feel invisible until you see them in total. Step 3. Irregular and unplanned costs. Now here's where most budgets become confusing. Irregular expenses, things like birthday gifts, school supplies or uniforms, clothes or shoes, car repairs, home maintenance. These aren't monthly bills, but they happen every year. And because they don't fit neatly into your monthly calendar, they often feel like unexpected shocks. That's why in the previous episode, we talked about setting a small buffer for these costs, not to eliminate them entirely, but to reduce the stress when they occur. Step 4. The disappearing money moment. When you put all of this together, fixed commitments, weekly living costs, irregular expenses, and a little buffer, you start to see why it feels like there's nothing left, even when you've budgeted carefully. It's not that the money vanishes, it's just already assigned. You've just never seen it all in one place before. That's why budgets feel stressful. Not because you've done something wrong, but because life isn't a neat monthly checklist. Step 5. What this means for you. Understanding where your money actually goes frees you from confusion and guilt. You begin to see, money doesn't disappear. It's just committed to something real. Awareness creates control. Once you see it laid out, the frustration starts to fade, and the system starts to feel manageable. In the next video, we're going to look at how to build a small emergency fund. Not a giant one, just a realistic buffer, even when money is tight. This buffer is what turns irregular costs from anxiety into manageable events.